The one and only Dr. Sam, the founder and CEO of Strategism Inc., educational consultant. बहुत सारे लोगों को Dr. Sam ने help किया है in the Bay Area and across the globe to get up to speed with AI, with machine learning, with computer technologies, the latest and the greatest. And today, I have the distinct honor of having him in my show, Tech Chai, on Radio Zindagi 1550 AM GH. Dr. Sam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Roshni, thanks for having me. It is a beautiful day, an exciting day, a new day to make a lot of mistakes, have failures, but not give up, keep smiling, keep learning, keep moving forward. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. New day, new possibilities. It's a hot summer afternoon in the Bay, I must say. And, of course, I think our topics over Tech Chai are also going to get heated up very, very soon. So, Dr. Sam, would you like to basically? Yes, of course. Well, I don't have my chai, I have my water bottle, but cheers to our conversation.
Okay.
ओके सो डॉक्टर सैम पहली बात तो ये है कि ऑफ कोर्स यू आर अ वेरी एक्सपीरियंस्ड पर्सन इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ टेक इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ एजुकेशन एंड इवन कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में आपका इतना ज़्यादा तजुर्बा रहा है सो आई थिंक टू बिगिन माई शो एंड टू इंस्पायर our listeners, I would want to ask you a question. And, of course, that question might lead into something else and something else. But what is it that keeps you going? Like, I'm so inspired by your energy, by your vision, by, this single-minded focus that you have of helping others. It's altruistic, it's hopeful, and in a world that's largely pessimistic, and especially tech में जैसा चल रहा है last 2 years से, things are quite dismal sometimes. So what is it that keeps you going, and what do you see as the future of tech?
As I said, I believe, Roshni, in three, four words: create, construct, design, build. If I'm talking to you right now, what am I creating? What am I building? What am I designing? What am I constructing? So if I start talking about how bad the world is, people are dying, AI is taking away jobs, what is it going to get? That 3 minutes will be wasted. So
Mm-hmm.
we should all always use our time to learn new things, be excited, and happiness will never come from the outside world. No matter if it came, then Michael Jackson would be alive.
Mm.
Matthew Perry will be alive because these guys made millions at a very early age. They got success. So I'm very clear and I'm very excited and happy to announce that it is an internal state of mind. You have to fix your own software. And
Yeah.
always, I keep myself busy throughout the day. 16 hours a day I'm working, writing my books, teaching a course as a professor, or learning new LLMs and Claude and Chat GPT. What is the latest Gemini? So always being excited and learning and staying focused than wasting time. I haven't seen a doctor. I run a marathon. In 20 years, I don't know what a doctor is, what a medicine is.
Mm.
It's all about how you challenge yourself and be excited.
Absolutely. And I think learning just keeps your brain alive, keeps your mood up, and also makes you feel secure. And like they always say, knowledge is power, right? It's the biggest power to have knowledge. I think even I would put knowledge probably even over money because once you have the knowledge, you have the ability to earn money. On that note, मैं याद दिला दूं मेरे listeners को कि डॉक्टर सैम का जो वेबसाइट है जहाँ पे आपको अधिक जानकारी मिल सकती है about all the kinds of good things that his organization offers, including courses in AI, including courses to boost your career in corporate. That's www.strategisminc.com. For all kind of training courses, you can email at training@strategisminc.com, and the number to dial is 408-372-7275. लेकिन उससे भी बड़ी बात यह है कि डॉक्टर सैम इस वक्त जुड़े हुए हैं हमारे साथ on Tech Chai. You can actually see him on Facebook. If you go to the Radio Zindagi page, you can actually see him, hear him, and talk to him. And
Calling Dr. Sam. Calling Dr. Sam.
Of course, and if you want to call Dr. Sam in our studio, the live studio number is 510-770-1550. Once again, the live studio number is 510-770-1550. काफी अनोखा मौका है, and Dr. Sam is a great conversationalist, और उनके पास हमेशा बहुत अच्छे अच्छे answers रहते हैं, and meaningful and actionable consequential answers to all your questions. So on that note, Dr. Sam, should we delve directly into our techie of the week, or is there some leading note, inspirational note that you want to share with my listeners?
Absolutely, be excited, be happy, and keep knowing what the best and the smartest are doing, and and learn from that, and keep adding 1% every day. If you do it like 100 days, it is 100%. So be excited, keep learning, and keep moving forward.
Absolutely. And with that, let's get to the techie of the week, which I'm very curious to learn कि इस बार आपने किसको choose किया है to inspire us all, the person who's been making waves in tech and corporate. And this is an amazing thing that I look forward to every week from you, Dr. Sam. So let's get into it.
Techie of the week.
Techie of the week.
Spotlight. Techie of the week.
Techie of the week.
Spotlight.
Yes, Dr. Sam. So please let's put the spotlight on the techie of the week. आज किसको चुना है आपने?
आज जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि पूरे सिलिकॉन वैली में, पूरी दुनिया में एक आदमी छाया हुआ है, राइट? Jensen Huang, CEO Nvidia. He's the techie of the week because he is amazing and fantastic, and he is changing so many lives and creating so many new products and services. That is really awesome. So he's my techie of the week.
Awesome. तो किस बेसिस पे आपने उनको चूज किया है? Like, what do you think is his single most contribution or single most USP जो उनको differentiate करता है? Like, what are the great things that he did that made him become your techie of the week?
Yeah, and think about it, Roshni. He built this company, Nvidia, from scratch, right? 1993, he started the company, and now it is a $4.3 trillion company. Can you imagine? The largest company on earth. There is no company bigger than that. Neither Google nor Apple, nor in Europe, nor in India. And even the oil companies, Aramco and all that used to be very big, are now half the size. So it is bigger than the GDP of California. It is bigger than the GDP of India. So that is the company he built from scratch. And keep in mind, this guy used to clean toilets.
Mm.
He, in one conference, he said, I clean more toilets than all of you sitting in this room. So from there, he built this company. The stock is trading at $175. If you look at last 3 years, it's growing immensely. And, everybody is doing great, and he's helping the AI revolution.
तो डॉक्टर साहब, क्वेश्चन ऑफ कोर्स ये लाजमी है इस वक्त, क्योंकि बाकी की जो इंडस्ट्री है, पॉकेट्स ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री आर स्ट्रगलिंग, एंड इन दिस काइंड ऑफ अ सिचुएशन, हाउ कम एनविडिया इज सो सक्सेसफुल और बाकी स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं? खास क्या है उसमें?
See, this is as called as the agency problem in the business world. If you look at the big missionaries like Jensen Huang is completely different than the rest. If you look at Steve Jobs or Elon Musk, or any of these guys, uh, they are billionaires, but the team members are not as rich. However, if you look at Nvidia, it is the only company that everybody is a millionaire there. Some has 30-year-old guy, $10 million, 40-year-old guy, 40 million, 30 million, 20 million. Everybody has a net worth of 10, 20, 30 million. And he doesn't fire people. He says, I'm going to make your life so difficult, and you will go through a lot of pain and suffering, but you will learn, you will evolve. So that culture, that you're not letting people go, you're challenging them, they're making mistakes, they're learning from it, has constantly engaged the techies into the company. This is very, uncommon in the techie world. And you can compare it with Apple or any other company, and you will find that this is the uniqueness of this great company, Nvidia, and that is why it is the largest, because the team is highly involved, and is contributing to the growth of the company.
Awesome. I will make you suffer and you will be in pain, but you will do better and you will be a millionaire. Sure, I'm going to sign up for that anytime. Because, of course, the ends justify the means in this case, and everybody is a multimillionaire. That's so awesome. So, I mean, ये बहुत, like you said, is a very rare thing, right? Because largely across, United States, which is, a fundamentally capitalistic country, and also in the tech industry, more so these days, hire and fire is kind of has almost become a culture. It's a bad culture, but it is kind of there. And that is why it kind of, I also feel that it prevents people from learning because they're so anxious, right? ये जो कमिटमेंट होती है एक कंपनी की तरफ कि आई एम गोइंग टू डू माय बेस्ट वर्क हियर, आई एम गोइंग टू क्रिएट द बेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स, आई एम गोइंग टू make sure that my product, my feature has the minimum number of bugs, I'm going to delight my customers with my work. All this comes only if you feel that you are in a place where you are also incentivized to do well. And I think from what I'm hearing you say, Jensen Huang is able to do that. He's able to convince his employees that yes, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not that you will keep doing all that work, and then one fine day. Without any rhyme or reason, you will get an email in your inbox saying that thank you for your contribution. So I think that's great, and thank you for educating my listeners about that. तो इनका जो product है वो basically क्या है, Dr. Sam, for my unversed listeners?
Well, we all eat chips, right? Lays. So they are
Mm-hmm.
chips. For a little different type of chip, they make chips which are very advanced. They have like 200 billion transistors in one chip there, and they call it, um, H2O. There's the Blackwell, which is B100 accelerator. It is based on the TSMC platform, which is made in China and Taiwan actually. But the design work, everything is done here in Silicon Valley and all over the US. So uh, this is where the chip becomes so advanced that it can run the large language models. The entire chat GPT that you see, their Sam Altman OpenAI is one of their biggest customer because
Mm-hmm.
these chips are so advanced they can perform a lot of tasks which normally would take hours to be done in seconds.
Awesome. So these chips actually help advance AI work and building LLMs, right? Large language models. So that is amazing because chips नहीं होंगे तो फिर कैसे उसके ऊपर we will build these models. I think that's very, they've captured the market at a very fundamental level. तो हमारे जो techies है, Dr. Sam, how do you think they can learn AI and they can help tune LLMs? Because that seems to be a question on everybody's mind these days.
Yeah, I mean, see, I would say, Roshni, that right now a lot of people are struggling. They don't have jobs or they're scared that they may lose their job. This is the best time. In my business, I spend 8 hours on the existing business and the next 8 hours on the new business that is going to happen in the future, right? Otherwise, how do you survive?
So you're
If you
basically saying you'll spend 16 hours just on this 8 plus 8.
Yeah, I love it
Yeah,
because nobody tells me 8 hours I sleep, balance
yeah.
68, 8 and 8. And this eight includes actually my jogging for 1 hour. I spend 4 hours reading Wall Street, Bloomberg, Morningstar, because my stock portfolio is the biggest thing. So I spend 4 hours on that.
Hmm.
Warren Buffett says this, he spends 8 to 10 hours reading every day. So the more we know, we are knowledge workers. The more we know, the more we can contribute. So they can take a course, go to Coursera or Udemy or Strategism. And every day, if you learn, I would say everybody must learn AI nowadays because if you want to keep your job, you need to know TensorFlow, PyTorch, Scikit-learn, take a short-term course, long-term course, whatever you can, but equip yourself with data science. Either you will become an AI consultant or AI will take away your job.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Last time in my show, Dr. Sam, you mentioned that the AI is the new monster, and you have to grab it by the neck and deal with it, right? Not run away from it. To that end, though, Dr. Sam, जिनका कंप्यूटर साइंस बैकग्राउंड है, जिनका टेक बैकग्राउंड है, उनके लिए तो फिर भी आसान होगा, आई एम श्योर, टेकिंग these courses. But somebody who's not in tech, let's just say, like somebody who's completely in a different profession, जिन्होंने शायद academics में कुछ और pursue की है, how can they get onboarded? Like, is it like impossible for them to get onboarded to AI? What do you think?
Not really, Roshni. We had a batch, in that batch, it was a 6 months course, and most of the people that were there, mostly mainstream folks, and somebody was working in a restaurant, somebody was working, in a retail store, and somebody had no job, had a nursing background. A lady I remember, she moved into AI. So in 6 months, you learn the languages, the Python programming code and all these tools, and then you do project work on it, and then I don't think it's very difficult. I could learn it, so I think if I can do it, anybody can do it. I am actually a very average man, so I
I
think.
think you're being very humble now, very modest, but that's good. Yeah, so I mean, basically, you think that if they can learn by doing, like project-based learning is a very good way to learn because you're learning by doing instead of the traditional waterfall method of first doing theory, then doing practical, and all of that. We go hand in hand, and you have a project, so you see the real world value in real time, and that kind of keeps you motivated, makes you like really see कि आप जो कर रहे हो उसका effect क्या हो रहा है. So I completely agree. I think that's a great strategy out there. तो जिन्होंने फॉर एग्जांपल एआई डेटा साइंस प्रोजेक्ट में काम किया है, वो हाउ डू यू थिंक इज द बेस्ट वे टू showcase or even talk about that? Maybe somebody is just taking a course, has just started, but they are in dire need of a job and they need to showcase something. How would they go about doing that?
So what I have done is, Roshni, that you learn a concept, right? For example, neural networks, and then you apply that in a real life project. So we have a small case study we prepared for each item that you need to know as a AI engineer or a data analyst, and then you work on that exercise. For example, you are in a hospital, how to improve patient care, right? Or how to improve the quality of patient delivery, right? So all that pieces, they're the real life example. We have taken away the names like Kaiser or Washington Hospital, but it's actually a real data. And then you take that data and you upload and you do your data analysis on it, and then you run your models on it, and then you predict the future, that what will happen in the future if it is a prediction scenario. So
Mhm.
the thing is that because you are working on real project, you can talk about it, right? And in real life, what are the type of companies that need you? They need banks need you, healthcare companies need you, insurance companies need. So these are the major companies. I mean, tech companies may not be very excited because they are at a very advanced stage, but everybody needs AI today, right? So startups need AI, and the banks need AI. Wells Fargo needs AI, right? Kaiser Permanente needs AI. So
Yeah,
they are
even
the.
the entertainment industry, उसको क्यों हम भूल जाएंगे? हम तो एंटरटेनमेंट में है, कितना ज्यादा एआई यूज हो रहा है. If you look at it, Dr. Sam,
Yeah.
music videos पूरे के पूरे they are getting generated with AI. Film storyboarding, they are getting generated with AI. Honestly, even as an actor, I sometimes feel that will I mean, you can actually create full, very real looking avatars that seem, at least momentarily, to be all in flesh and blood, but they're actually not real. So, everywhere.
Yeah, Netflix is one of the biggest consumers of AI, right? So
Yeah.
it's the entertainment industry. It is the future Disney. We
Yeah.
go to Disneyland anymore. They watch a movie on Netflix. So that's what we are.
So, Dr. Sam, strategism, I'm reading that, it also helps in resume preparation, projects, like you said, case studies, capstone projects. They also do mock interviews. And what about like, LinkedIn references and things like that? Does strategism kind of like is like the one-stop shop where they can help them with everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's like once you learn the concept, you can talk about it, right? And you work on a real life project, you can showcase that project on your LinkedIn profile, and we'll make you work on that project for, 3 to 6 months that you're doing the course, if you're doing 6 months. And I think that's all it takes to get your hands dirty and get into a company and then keep learning, because learning is an unending process, right? If you get stuck, you research your data. No company expects you to know everything. And even in the AI space, everything is evolving every day.
Right.
So they don't know. Even the experts, data scientists I have seen, they ask themselves a question, how do I fix this? And they talk to the group. So There's a lot of collaboration and coordination and communication between different pieces of the team. Research and development team is separate. They go to the R&D. So nobody actually develops the model, right? The models are already there. You fine tune the model, you apply the model, you train the model. So there are more applications of the tool than the real work to create it.
Mm-hmm. And
So
I know you mentioned this a little earlier too, but for my listeners who might be dialing in late, I think a common question is people always, because this is again, disruptive, cutting edge technology. AI is like brimming right now, thriving right now, after a long period of wait time, actually, because now there is the technology, there are the chips, etc., to do it. But obviously, this question keeps coming back: is it hard to learn it, and how can you or strategism help them?
I mean, of course, like we have programs, short-term programs, you can learn within 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a little bit hands-on, and get certified from Microsoft or Google or Amazon. These are the three major players in the AI space, right? So if you have a Microsoft, let me ask you, Roshan, if you're a Microsoft certified AI engineer, and then you're also an Amazon certified AI engineer, and you're also a Google certified AI analyst, don't you think your chances of getting the job increase? I mean, you may still not get the job, but the chance is that when you see these three logos on your resume, the companies will trust you. So get your certifications, learn everything: machine learning, computer vision, NLP, natural language processing, generative AI, all this, and then get ready for the job market, and have mock interviews. So let the person from our company interview you and fail in 5, 10 interviews. I mean, what happens in a real interview? I
Yeah.
heard some Nvidia interview somebody when they failed 10 interviews. So once you fail 10 interviews, your 11th interview, you are ready to solve the coding challenge or look at the things in new light.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Sam, as we approach the end of the show, इतने सारे लोगों का ले ऑफ हो चुका है, अभी भी कुछ कुछ जगह पे हो रहा है. So many people are employed, and of course there is this sense of gloom in the Bay Area, and of course in tech largely elsewhere also. So, what is the top thing you would advise them to do? Somebody who's like right now in that boat.
I would say don't waste your time brooding what happened and why it happened or why it is going to happen, and every day wait that there's going to be a news and get an email that you are fired. This is the time today. If you're listening to the show, 2 hours just go and spend on YouTube. Type nowadays. ChatGPT is the best teacher. Ask them, what is AI, what languages I need to learn. Get into a chit chat format with Claude, Gemini, or ChatGPT, or whichever Anthropic or Llama, whichever LLM you like, and get your hands dirty on it. And if you want to approach us, we are very happy to help you get certified, get the knowledge, get the right resume, and get working on it. So today is the day to get started. Today is the day to get excited and
Mm.
not worrying about anything. Uh,
Absolutely. I love that about you, Dr. Sam. Today is the day to get started. Now is the time to get started. So, फिर से दोहरा दूं मेरे listeners के लिए. Dr. Sam's website is www.strategisminc.com. You can email for all courses and other related questions to training@strategisminc.com. And the number to dial is 408-372-7275. Once again, that's 408-372-7275. लेकिन जाते जाते डॉक्टर सैम एक क्वेश्चन जो मेरा था, because I was reading a news article just some days back. Of course AI has been advancing at breakneck speed, लेकिन Elon Musk का कहना है that we might have already hit a critical data barrier, which is basically the end of real human data, जो कि बहुत important है for training AI and training large language models. But would you care to comment on that, about his theory about we've hit the limit and his peak data theory, so to speak? और अगर ये सच है, then what does it mean for AI technology? अगर real data नहीं है तो AI कैसे सीखेगा, और ये models, how will they perform? Do you agree or disagree with
I mean,
Musk's
I
comment?
disagree with this because, see, at the end of the day, we all know that Elon Musk is trying to promote his Grok, right?
Mm,
Grok 4. And I understand where is he coming from. And what he's saying that, hey, the AGI, if you remember, we talked about ANI, AGI, and ASI, the super intelligence. The super intelligence piece, which is just beginning, and we talked about this last week, that is where creativity, right? You don't even need a, you need to look at the data and you are creative and you make decisions and you have the power to solve problems. So it's like 10 human beings sitting together are able to make a better decision than one person because the power of all 10 people comes together. And I don't think
Absolutely.
data is coming to an end. I think there is so much data that you can always explore. The question is data quality. Is the data quality good or not? Is the real data available outside or not? But think about it. A lot of the applications, for example, Walmart already has its data. Everybody has data in this world, right? So I don't think data is less or infinite data is there about everything. We all need to work on it and create solutions and make decisions to take our companies forward. A, either increase the revenue, B, reduce the cost. So that's what I think any business would love to do.
Thank you, Dr. Sam. That definitely gives us some hope. And it's always good to end our show on a hopeful note. And with you, that's always been the case. So thank you so much, Dr. Sam, for joining us today on Tech Chai. And we'll meet you once again on Tuesday, 3:30 p.m. Till then, stay tuned to Radio Sindhi Punjab Chai and Chinecha.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care, Roshni. And thanks all the listeners for tuning into my show.
Bye bye.
Bye.